Alright, so here's release. So y'all just know I had to try the Hero Knight in Hog Earthquake. I think it might work, but I have to like switch up the deck a little bit. The balance is also hit, which I I don't again, it's not it's they're always just like so bad, or not like necessarily like that bad, but like they're just like so random. They like release the VIP changes and then they don't like announce, what they're gonna change in them. So they just like randomly release them first day of the season. It's on like random ass changes. That I mean, it's even if they even like bother to do that. Sometimes just like release the VIP changes. Not giving a single fuck about the community feedback. But they actually nerfed Evo Cannon, which is like I was like, okay, that was I mean, it was a good Evo, but like now it doesn't even kill firecrackers or archers, and I don't think it even kills bombers. So that's a huge change. It still kills the minions, but honestly, minions aren't like that popular anymore. They were pretty, good for like the past few seasons, but nice ice spitter. But honestly, like right now, you don't like see them that much outside. Like, I mean, there's still some like minions, some like minion horde action, but like there's honestly not that much. So the fact that Evo Cannon got nerfed, we're testing out the what's it called, Tesla here. I didn't put the Evo. I just put the normal Tesla just because I want to test out Evo Skellies because Evo Tesla, it's not bad, but only like provides like that much value after the death shockwave got removed. So again, this is not like the finalized finalized Hog Earthquake deck for the season. We might still be using Evo Cannon. We might be using normal Cannon. I'm not sure, but it's the first day we're playing a grand challenge here, so just wanted to try something out. But anyways, yeah, the reason we're playing a grand challenge is because they haven't like released in the main game yet, or I mean they have, but you can only get like the mini Pekka so far. Because I mean you can technically get others if you like max out the pass, I think, and then it's also like the so basically how it works is right in the pass there's like I think 5 boxes from which you get like hero fragments and you need like 200 of them to unlock like a hero, which is like a pretty good thing. So you can like decide which hero you want. And then there's also like a free event, which is basically gonna give like everyone enough fragments for like one hero in like a few days. So that's pretty cool as well. So basically you're gonna have like what, two heroes at the start, basically, I think. So that's like a pretty uncommon thing, from Supercell, but it's a it's a good thing, can't hate. But yeah, like right now it's like kind of hard to get them, unless you like max out the pass. Also, it's like based on how many like trophies you have in Trophy Road. Because if you reach like 12,000, your like box rewards, the hero boxes, they like increase by like a certain amount. So I guess that's pretty cool. I never played Trophy Road. We just won. But yeah, I never really played Trophy Road until like this season. I was at 9,000 trophies because it was like looking like aura nonchalantly, just like chilling at 9,000 while everyone was like pushing 10k, 15k. Um, I felt special. But yeah, I had to push to like 10,000 because you only unlock the second. Oh, that dashes really. Um, you only get. Wait, I'm gonna shield here. Nice. Okay, the shield's like actually like kind of useful sometimes. Just like providing like a bit more HP. But yeah, you gotta reach like 10k trophies if you want to get 2 hero slots, which I don't think are like that useful for Hog Earthquake, honestly. Because I mean, we might switch like Musky or something, but I'm not sure, man. Doesn't seem like I don't know. Like Firecards are like kind of like the core of this deck. I never really like liked any other versions. For example, like with Archer Queen or Gold King Tower. Okay, but I never really like Archer Queen or like Little Prince versions or like anything along those lines. That's like one of the reasons I also like don't like 2.6. It's just I don't know, man. I I need my Firecracker, bro. I need my I need my boosted Firecracker. But yeah, I think the more like trophies you reach, the bro, this guy's just spamming this at the bridge. This map is not gonna be fun, man. It's not gonna be fun. But yeah, the more trophies you have, like the better, the more fragments you get from like those boxes. So that's pretty cool. Also, I think you can get like a full ass hero out of like a 5-star box. So I think that's pretty cool. And then you can probably, I assume you can get fragments from like lower tier boxes. So another quite solid thing. But yeah, I can even guys here. Let's see. Does he have like tornado? Oh, he goes for minions. Okay, wait, I can even knight here. Hold up. Well, he goes for witch as well. I think this guy's just like kind of cooked here. He's gonna. Aw. Aw. That's still gonna be like a lot of damage. But yeah, he did have E-Spirit, unfortunately. Kind of forgot about that, but it's fine. We can go for like a Hog here. But yeah, the reason I'm running like this like slightly like weirder Hog version is because I mean Evo Cannon got nerfed, which I'm not sure why. I mean, alright, it was pretty broken, but still, man, still there's like a lot of a lot of better cards, but that's gonna get a hit, isn't it? Oh, it doesn't actually. Okay, hold up. But Evo Cannon got a nerf, so now it doesn't like one shot like crackers or like archers, even bombers, bro. I was like surprised at the bombers. I was like, okay, crackers, archers, but like the bomber got like the HP nerf, not too long ago. So I was like, okay, surely he's gonna, one shot the bombers. Nope, nope, it doesn't. So that was pretty. I was like the final nail in the coffin, when it comes to Evo counts. I was like, all right, might as well switch to Evo Tesla. But yeah, this guy just lost. I don't want to make like any rational statements though, saying like, oh, this hog earthquake, like, this version is gonna be, you need to max it. This is gonna be like the only viable version. No. We might honestly still play Mighty. I'm not sure, because Hero Knight seems like pretty decent, but there's like not that many, or at least I haven't found them yet. Alright, haven't found like that many like that useful, cases for it with Hawk, because some like many times when they're defending Hawk, whether they go for like a building or something, and usually they play like a knight in front of the Hog Rider, so it's like already on it, and then if there's like some splash, it's like still gonna splash, right? So it's not like that useful. It's sometimes useful to like pull the knight away and then try to focus on the Hog with like on like a fisherman or something, or like a mini pack, so in those cases it's fucking great, but for the most part, it doesn't like provide that much value. And the reason also we have Tesla here, it's not just because of the counter part. I would have still played the normal cannon because it's still like a lot better than Tesla. But with Knight, cannon doesn't really work. It's just like I don't know how to explain, but like with Knight you have to play Tesla. But with Mighty, I think like both work, but it's like kind of better with a cannon. But like the reason for it is because Mighty has like a bomb. It's more like a pressure deck, can like go double A, stuff like that. But with Knight, you really just like mainly focus on defense, getting those like, it's nice little counter pushes. So I think that's how I would like describe the difference between playing like a Knight and a Mighty, and then like depending on that, where you play the that doesn't cross actually, that's a bit annoying. Depending on that, if you play like Tesla or Count, that's on tower, that's like a crazy ass range. Let's have like a bigger range than a Musketeer. That felt like a little bit further. But yeah, Muskie also seems like pretty broken. I think the most broken ones are gonna be like definitely Muskie and then the mini pack, because just for like one elixir, the mini pack are like healing for like 40%. They did like slightly nerf it, but still like a huge ass heal for like one elixir to get like 40% heal plus like um what's it called, like like extra level. I've seen like level like fucking 23 mini packers like many times in like normal ass games, so like that's I don't think that's healthy for the game. But yeah, except for that, Knight doesn't seem like that broken. I mean, I could eat my words in like a few days, like a week, when like I actually play it on like high ladder and start like getting my ass whooped by different decks. But so far Knight seems like one of the weakest ones, because they did like nerf, I think like most of them. They nerfed like the Knight, I think the Muskie and the mini pack. I didn't touch the Giant. Actually, I'm not sure. Did I nerf the Muskie? I think like slightly. But still, yeah, I think the ability for the Hero Knight used to be one elixir, which in that case you could wait. Hold up. Oh, it was already in the night. But with the shield though, I think the shield kind of helped, because I think with the shield, it basically like gives the knight like survivability of like 7 more hits on the from like the tower. So I mean that's like a huge change. 7 hits, that's like a lot. I've seen like a video on it, where an evil knight gets like less damage than the hero knight if you just like play it on the bridge, to pressure. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, what else? Yeah, the giant seems, I haven't like really played. I mean, I've played against the giant, but like they haven't used the ability, because I mean I didn't really give them like that many opportunities. So I guess with giants, like it's gonna be like broken against some decks like Pekka or some shit. But if you have like a building, like firecrackers on it, I mean, sure, like still a lot of times I defend like a giant with a mighty. Oh, that didn't take the tower right, transition. But still you can like defend it in another way. So I think giants, like I would say giants like probably the weakest one. But I don't wanna say something different in like a few days. But like right now it just seems like it. Again, I could be very wrong, don't Don't listen to solely my opinion. But right now I would say Giant's like the weakest, and then it's probably the Hero Knight, and then I would say Muskie's like the best one, like overall. But Mini Pack is like maybe like the most like annoying one. It's like one elixir, the fact that you can like heal it up so much, and like those like when you're like defending like let's say like a Goblin Giant Sparky Push, right, with a mini Pekka, and you just like usually like barely defend it, right? You're never gonna like breeze through it, right? It's always gonna be like kind of close, but you're still gonna like pull it off because you're just goaded. But yeah, now they just like pop the ability, and for one elixir, the mini pack regenerates 40% of the health, and also increases well like 4 or 5 levels. Um, because also like another thing with the mini pack when it like increases levels, let's say it's at, like let's say the pop ability, right? Let's say mini pack is at like 50% overall. Basically, like 50% health at like level 11. Basically, how it would like convert to level, like let's say level, or it goes to like level 15, right? From let's say tournament standard, right? It's basically like the percentage, like 500. Make that a percentage from like the overall HP from level 11, and then use the same percentage as from like the overall HP at level, the level that it goes to. If that made any sense, trying to explain to like the best of my abilities, but hopefully I'll understand how it works. I think it's like rocket science here, but I would say Muskie is like the most consistent ones because for 3 elixir if you can spawn on like on the other side of the board, it's kind of like reminding me of like a Prime Evo Bombers or like a little Prince even, right? It's just like so annoying just for like 2 or 3 elixir, just like getting so much damage like always for no reason. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit annoying. The one thing I like though is if you let's say you have like a musket, let's say he has like a musket, right? Like here, and then the can spawns here. Basically, if you put like a Skarmy like right on top of it, it doesn't have like that big of like area splash, radius. So that's pretty good. So it doesn't like instantly kill like fucking everything in like a 5 kilometer radius. So that's like one of the props I would give to them, so it's not like that broken, but again, these cards are still they're still pretty sane. Oh, that's actually gonna die. I guess I could have like I could have popped the ability. Maybe it would have went to it, but that's all right. I can go for Tesla here. Maybe I'll pop the ability just to like keep it like alive for a little bit. Like you see there, it would have like normally died. It wasn't like back to a Hero Knight yet, but in that case, it's kind of like helped a lot. But honestly, I'm not like the biggest hater of Tesla. I actually like it a lot. It's just like it wasn't really used just because Evil Cannon was like overshadowing it so much. It was just like it was just so broken. But yeah, now with the nerf, I don't again. It could still be like used in Hog EQ. Again, I don't want to like say something that's like not factual. But not killing firecrackers, archers, and bombers. That's like a huge thing, man. That's like oh, he's gonna fireball there. Okay. Yeah, that's like that's a huge nerf because that was like the primary use for it. Just like killing stuff like that on the other side of the board. And also the damage is gonna make it so like that does like like it's gonna also change like other interactions, right? Against like musketeers, ice wizards. It's not gonna like die to like a combination of evil cannon and something else. I can think of like a specific one, but like it still changes like many other things. It's not just like the those three. But yeah, but Tesla doesn't seem bad. It's like weaker against like I don't even know, maybe like Xbow. Evo Cam was fucking good against Xbow because it become like a pretty kind of like a bad matchup, especially without 3 card cycle. That shit was that shit was low key a hustle. But yeah, I think again it might change it. I saw some people still running Canon and with like Mighty Miner, not Hero Knight yet, but that's was on ladder. Hero Knight hasn't released yet, so it might just like be like the Evo Knight, bro. I remember when Evo Knight came out, that was that was not one fun season. I finished like top, I think it was 41 that season. Which I set like my best that season with like a Hog Rocket Act, man. That was fun. I was like the only Hog player running Rocket. I was like, okay, the meta is like sparking lava. Let me just let me just put in Rocket, and bro, I climbed up like so many like medals that season, bro. That shit was good, man. Could have finished a lot higher, but I kind of choked at the end. Oh, okay. But yeah, enough about my past. That's not important. Doesn't matter. Your past doesn't define you. Gotta focus on the present. But I just kind of missed. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, bro, those were the days, man. Like one Evo, fuck, I miss that shit, bro. Now it's all he goes for the, I think it's called what, like a trusty turret, like a fucking goofy ass name. But yeah, man, those were the days with like one Evo. I remember like two Evos came out. That was like, oh, that was painful, bro. I remember like Giant Graveyard being like one of the best decks. That shit was, I did not enjoy that shit, bro. 'Cause I think it was like also around the same time that like Duchess came out. And I think like Evo Bomber. So that was just those seasons were just like not good, man. Prime Evo Bomber, that shit was, oh, that shit was built different, bro. You'd play like at the bridge for 2 elixir. I remember I was playing drill those seasons, like quite a bit. I was actually like becoming like a decent drill player. But yeah, man, those seasons, I don't miss them. But like playing these like last few seasons with like Evo Goes so much like RG, stuff like that, kind of makes you like reevaluate, those seasons. Like, were they really that bad? It's like it's like nostalgia working again. It's like you remember like the good parts, but like not necessarily like the bad parts. You remember like, oh, we had so much fun there. Just spamming that, but then you don't remember just like suffering. That's like in the Clash Royale spectrum. But like even in life, just like nostalgia, like, and then just thinking you're like, oh man, life was so easy back then. But then it's like still had like other problems, right? You just like don't remember them. You only like remember the, not only remember the good parts, but like the bad parts didn't like seem that bad. But like like um back then, when you were like going through them, it seemed like the end of the world. It's probably how it is, like like later on, like right now you might have like some problems, and it's like, okay, well, this is horrible. I wish this would go away, but then like in a year or something, you're gonna be like, ah, actually it wasn't that bad. But like you're in it now, and it seems like, okay, well, this is just gonna like fuck me up. But I don't know, too much yapping, bro. This is a Clash Royale channel, bro. This ain't like psychology. But yeah, I can crack it here, bro. This guy's just like kind of spamming everything to bridge. I'm not I mean, sure, but like OP gives me. I guess it doesn't matter. They gave me King Tar, but still. But I don't like how you can just like spam the heroes. I think like they gotta make something, in regards to like cycling them. It's just like like every card being a hero. That's kind of like, I don't know. I really don't like that. Should be like every, like, same for evolution, like same as evolutions, right? It's just like, imagine like having an Evo just like every time you play the card, like that would just not be balanced. But yeah, we can just go for an Earthquake here. I think it should be. He's gonna go for more. What is he like? Try to prediction fireball. My Skelly's no, he just fireballs the tower. All right, that's cool. But yeah, I think it's gonna be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you boys tomorrow. Peace.